Hi everyone, this is Terry from the Gypsy Magpie, and I'm here to share a little project with you guys today. It's my very first for the Graphics Fairy design team, and I had such a ball making this. It's kind of a folio, a little folder. What I did was I filled it full of images that I got off of the premium membership site. It's a monthly membership, and I have used this for years. It always sparks my creativity. It's full of beautiful images. When I come up with ideas for a project, I don't always have a real plan. So most of the time for me, it's just kind of a feeling, kind of the mood I'm in. I don't have a real picture in my mind. It really is just kind of a feeling. I know it sounds kind of crazy. I usually start out by browsing some images. She's got them organized on the site into different bundles, which makes it super easy if you have some sort of idea about what you might be looking for. And if you don't, it doesn't matter at all. I went through the site and I kind of fell in love with a bunch of butterfly images the other day. So it's kind of where this started. So let me kind of take you through what I've done. I just used printed cardstock that you get from the scrapbook store. When I can't find cardstock that I want to use, a lot of times I just use a file folder and print an image and cover it up with that. But this was some paper that had some butterflies, and I've held on to it for years. It's probably 10 years old, and I finally used it. So that made me feel really good. And I tied the whole thing up with a little bit of seam binding. Love to use it. Comes in white. You can dye it any color you want. Love to do that. What I did was I just kind of made a crazy little book. So it opens up like that. I don't know if I'm try and get it so you can see the whole thing. I made it so the sides they flip over one another. So I've got a lot of pockets and things like that. I'll go through it quickly and then I'll go back and show a little more detail. But for me, the fun was just, it's like a little Christmas present. It just keeps opening up. One side opens up. Put this back on there. There's no right way or wrong way to build these. That's why I think they are so much fun. So what I did was I printed out a lot of butterflies, a lot of flowers, and a lot of postcards. Those are some of the things that I seem to use over and over because they really lend themselves to just about anything you want to do. I liked the idea of the postcards because I can actually go in and add a little bit of journaling if I want to later. I probably will on this. It also gave me a place to put some little quotes that I liked. So I print the images out. What I do is I have an old HP laser printer and I print on 110-pound cardstock. Toner, it's kind of pricey when you compare it to inkjet, but for me it's so worth it. The color is vibrant, it's permanent. I do a lot of mixed media where I use wet mediums, and you just can't do that with an inkjet. They tend to smear. So toner is definitely the way to go. So what I do is I browse, I print, and then I sit and fussy cut. Myself, I love to fussy cut. I know that's not everyone's thing, but I can sit there with a pair of scissors and a big pile of images to cut. Love it. It gives me a lot of stuff to play with when I'm designing. So again, I used a lot of butterflies, and I like it when you can print something out and actually put it on the other side too. So this butterfly ended up being kind of like a little tab. I liked that a lot. One of the other things I like to do is I like to print an image large and let it span across a couple pages. That doesn't bother me if I need to cut it or if I need to fold it. If it does, you can always adjust the size of what you're printing. That's kind of the beauty of digital images. You print it out and you make it fit what you're going to do. A lot of times when I have no plan and I just want to print and cut, I will take the same image and print it out in multiple sizes and cut them all up, and that way, no matter what I'm going to need, I've got it at my fingertips. So again, we've got postcards here, lots of butterflies and flowers. This one also has some tags. Love to use things for tags. This one I actually could write on if I wanted to. It's got enough blank space. Oops, doesn't want to go back in there. It's not going to cooperate with me. This was a photo frame that in one of the bundles she's got, and instead of putting a photo in it, I just slipped another postcard in. I never get tired of postcards. Again, blank. They're great for journaling. When you print on cardstock, they're nice and heavy, so they seem to hold up well. These are just I got some flowers on here. I love to add sheet music wherever I can. Again, more tags. I've got butterflies, and I had so much fun. I had some charms. I wanted to use them because I liked the words on it. This one says wishes, and for the antennas I used little, it's a real tiny, I think it's called micro cord, little black cord. It ended up perfect. I'm trying to get this so you can see it. It was a lot of fun to do those. I like this one. It says take chances. Again, photo frames, postcards in there. Most of the time I don't add a lot of photos to my work simply because I'm not very good at taking photos. I don't remember to do that. So vintage images are wonderful for people like me. This again, more tags that she's got in there. More butterflies. If you print out a whole page of them, you have a lot to play with, which is fantastic. Got another butterfly with one of those bodies. There you go. Now you can see it. The metal tag says wonder. And again, got these little antennas. They're so cute. We've got more butterflies, more cards. This trim I've had in my trim jar for ages. I wish I could remember where it came from, and I wish I had a lot more of it. It was a big piece of yardage, and all of these roses were on there. I sat there and I cut them all out, so these are all individual glued on. Love these. Wish I had it in every color. And then there's pom-pom trim. I die over pom-pom trim. So that opens up. I've used those same white flowers. Love them. More postcards again. Another butterfly. And this is a lace. I can't really get a good picture of that, but it's a lace photo frame. The reason it is slit down the side here, I originally had folded it and scored it with a bone folder, but what I was finding was happening as I worked on this and I bent it back and forth, it wanted to split anyway. So what I did was I just went ahead with my X-Acto knife, slid it down, glued it back on, and I left just a little bit of room. Now it's folding much better, and that line does not bother me. I like to use a little machine stitching where I can, so I've got some on there. My biggest problem with the machine stitching is I forget to stitch it before I glue the piece down. I get so excited that I've found the placement for something and I go ahead and glue it down, and too late, can't get it off to stitch. So it's something I'm constantly working on for myself. Find the placement, take a little breather, then go ahead and glue down. So that's pretty much the way I put this project together. Again, it doesn't serve any real purpose other than it makes me happy. And really, when creating, if you're creating for yourself, you're never going to go wrong. So, this one, that closes again. That folds up. Got a little rickrack trim along there. That's the front cover. What I did with the nameplate, went ahead and put another postcard in there. And this whole thing, I've got a really sturdy piece of chipboard underneath this printed paper. And what I did was I glued this seam binding underneath this piece. So it's really, really sturdy. And to wrap it up, for me, it can be messy. I just tie a little bow. I tied a big brass key onto it. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you pop on over to the premium membership site and check out what she's got. I think you'll be amazed at what's on there, and all you're going to want to do is print and create. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.